blessings, yo. You know, you gotta get a sense of the energies around you that's been abusing you by way of the intentions behind their thoughts when it comes to you, yo. This shit could have been going on since you was a kid, but you know how back then, well, I was born in the 70s, so, you know, back then you were, like nowadays, you're not supposed to, well, it's told, right? Like years later after me and shit, but, you know, you don't push your children towards those that make them uncomfortable, right? But back then it was a whole, you know, put your shorts on type of shit, you know, put your pants on, or, you know, go ahead and hug uncle and auntie and shit, even though they made you feel uncomfortable, or, you know, your cousins bullied you last week and shit, now you don't want to hug this week type shit. It's like nowadays you have that, you know, get the fuck away from me type of energy, you know? But you're supposed to be cordial. It's like a forced upon respectability because of the title, you know, the position, who the fuck they are and shit like that. But that's the whole thing. It's an abusive tactic in ways where they're pulling at your energy because it's not wanted, you know, it's not needed. But the fulfillment of you is what was wanted and needed, you know, to the point that some people feel as though they still have those strings where they can pull those same emotions from when you were 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, you know, and the reaction from that pulling is what makes them react in return, you know. It's really understanding that some people really do believe that you've been their puppet, when in truth they've been puppeting themselves, because where they go and where they went with their own life is really in no comparison to where you've gone and where you're going in your life, you know. Two different worlds. Yet some of those that truly feel as though that they still have strings to pull when it comes to you want to melt those two worlds together, where the narrative that they've been living under when it comes to you seems true or comes true, yet they need to be close enough to actually get to you, you know. Those are the ones that will travel everywhere else but not to you. Those are the ones that will call everybody else but not you. Those are the ones that will find out about everybody else but not you, you know. But you are the one that's supposed to mend all those bridges, you know, so that you can walk through. Yet those are the same ones that burn the bridges and blame you. Have a good one. Bye.